Good morning, good morning. Week 4 is in the books. That means we're 33% of the way through the regular season already. It seems like that week 0 was just yesterday. Football season flies by, doesn't it? I don't know how many of you guys watched the NFL. How many of you guys watched the Giants and the Chiefs last night? Well, the Giants are terrible. The best player on their team is a true freshman. A rookie. I'm talking like it's college now. The best player on the Giants is Scattaboo. And, you know, watching the Giants last night reminded me of Clemson. Like, the Giants are the Clemson, the 2025 Giants are the Clemson version in the NFL. They've got a veteran quarterback who's terrible, Russell Wilson. They have a good running game, but they refuse to use it. And their defense is like a Swiss cheese. Just like Clemson. Play calling is terrible for the Giants. They were still in the game in the fourth quarter. They run right down the field. Scattaboo gets like 3 or 4 carries. He runs them right down the field. They get inside the 10-yard line, and then they don't give it to him anymore. They start having Russell Wilson try to scramble and throw it in the end zone. This is exactly what Clemson does. And of course, they turned it over on downs. I think I did pretty well on my lunch money picks, though. I did. Let's see, what did I pick? Yeah, I did. I did do good. Yeah, 2 out of 3 right. Got 2 out of 3 right. I forget. You guys know that Rec Talk is doing this thing on his channel. It's called Peete versus the Coin. So I'm doing 3 picks every week, and he's flipping a coin to see if the coin can beat me in the picks. So I don't know how the coin did. I did good though. I did 2 out of 3. So I'm not sure if the coin tied me or if the coin got all of them. I don't know I forget what the coin did. We'll have to see when he makes a video about it. I was looking at the schedule for, let's look at it now. I was looking at the schedule for this weekend's games coming up, and I was a little bit disappointed to see that the 2 biggest games of the week are on at the same time. But then I'm actually not that upset about it now. That's probably what I'm going to... Since Clemson's on a bye this week, thank God, they need to regroup. They need all the time they can get. They might need back-to-back bye weeks. Maybe 3 in a row. Anyway, Clemson's not on this week, so I'm not pigeonholed into streaming whatever time slot Clemson's in like I do every week. Because even as bad as they are, I still stream their games. Anyway, so I'll be streaming the primetime games on YouTube this week. That'll be what I do. You'll have Oregon at Penn State. And what's the other one? Oh, Alabama at Georgia. Yeah. So I'll stream those two games, I think at 7:30 and 8 o'clock or whatever it is. All right, see what we got this week. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and write down my picks for tonight, but I'm not going to tell you what they are for the Lunch Money Show, if I see any I like. Thursday, we got Army in East Carolina. Yeah. Florida State at Virginia on Friday. That's one of those weird Friday night games. Look at that. Florida State's only favored by 7.5 at Virginia on Friday night. That's weird. I will say this, Virginia's not terrible. I mean, Florida State should beat them pretty handily, but Virginia's not terrible. A lot of people like to take the home dog on Friday nights in the ACC. That's been a trend. So that would be one hell of an upset, though, if Florida State lost to Virginia. Oklahoma State down bad. Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. Houston at Oregon State. Let's see here. This one's kind of interesting. Notre Dame at Arkansas. Arkansas's terrible. But Notre Dame hasn't won a game yet. Or have they? They had a bye week this week, didn't they? No. Who did they play this weekend? Did Notre Dame win a game this week? I don't know how I missed that. Rudy is 1-2. Okay, they must have beat whatever shitty team they played this week then. But they're only a 5.5-point favorite against a terrible Arkansas team. Southern Cal at Illinois. Illinois got ran off the field by Indiana. They're a 7-point home dog to Southern Cal. Duke at Syracuse. Oh, God. Did y'all hear the news this morning? Syracuse got fined $25,000 for faking injuries against Clemson. Which is good. I mean, they should be fined for doing that. It was pretty blatant and obvious. But a $25,000, Syracuse has a $100 million budget. That's not enough to get them to stop doing it. It should have been a lot more. If you really want teams to stop faking injuries, $25,000 ain't going to cut it. That's any team would pay $25,000 for a win, if that's what it equates to. I think Illinois probably was overrated. I'm not sure about Indiana though. Anyway, Syracuse, Duke beat the absolute shit out of NC State. I love Duke. I might need to start pulling for Duke instead of Clemson. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Duke beat the absolute shit out of NC State. You guys know how I feel about NC State, so go Duke. Go Blue Devils. And they're favored by 4.5 against Syracuse. Georgia Tech at Wake Forest. That should not be much of a matchup there. I expect Georgia Tech to have a big day there. Georgia Tech has a very favorable schedule, which is why when I hear people just automatically penciling in Florida State and Miami into the ACC championship, I'm not so sure about that. Georgia Tech could possibly finish the regular season undefeated or maybe with just one loss. which would almost guarantee them a spot in the ACC championship game. So, watch out for the Yellow Jackets. Although Georgia Tech does have a history of slipping up and getting beat by a team that they should beat. Will that be this week at Wake Forest? Probably not. Cincinnati at Kansas. Yeah. Louisville at Pittsburgh. Utah State at Vandy. Vandy's a 22.5-point favorite in that one. Here's a decent 3 o'clock game. Ohio State has to travel to Washington. That's interesting. I think Ohio State should win that. I mean, obviously they should win. They're favored by 8.5. I might take Washington as an 8.5-point home underdog. I like that number. Georgia Tech will lose at least 3. Have you seen their schedule? The only way that Georgia Tech's losing 3 is if they lose Haynes King, because he is their offense. Indiana at Iowa. Yeah, give me Indiana to cover 7.5. Oh, this is a good one. Ole Miss at, let me write this one down. I'm not going to tell you who I'm picking, but this is a good one. This is in Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is 2.5-point favorite. I like that one. That's one of the ones I will bet probably. Another good one. There's a couple good games on at 3 o'clock. Auburn and Texas A&M. Of course, Auburn just lost, but it was only a 7-point game, and Oklahoma's a good team. I don't know. Auburn's not bad, but it's going to be hard to play in College Station. Utah, West Virginia. Look at this. Oklahoma State, a 20.5 underdog to Baylor. Yikes. They're even worse than Clemson. Is Oklahoma State the worst Power 4 team? I think so. What else we got here? Cal finally lost. Boy, I was on the. I jumped on the Cal train. I guess I got to jump off of it. They got their ass whipped by a Group of 5 team. And they got to travel all the way to Boston College. That's interesting. Boston College is 6.5-point favorite against Cal. Why is this game on at 4? 4:15. It's even worse. 4:15. Tennessee at Mississippi State at 4:15. Mississippi State can throw the ball. That'd be a fun one. 7.5-point underdog. Virginia Tech at NC State. Of course, Virginia Tech has no head coach. And here's the two big ones of the night. Oregon at Penn State. Penn State 3.5-point favorite. And Alabama at Georgia. Georgia 3-point favorite. Let's see here. Is Penn State doing their whiteout thing since it's a night game? I don't know. Kentucky at South Carolina. Oh, man. BYU at Colorado. Colorado's a 6.5-point underdog at home. That's the late game, 10-15. Yeah, I kind of like Oregon in the Penn State game, honestly. There you have it.
Too bad you're not double jointed. Because if you were, you'd be able to bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
What? What'd she say? Jay says Georgia Tech ain't played nobody. Yeah, well, you might be right about that. Yeah, Rec Talk made a video after Clemson lost to Syracuse. He's like, well, Georgia Tech doesn't have any quality wins now. they thought Clemson was going to be a quality win. It turns out it wasn't. Let's see, who we got in here? Matt Dummett, Ultra Magadog, Droid, Anthony Swift, Alex, Sven, Michael, Vandy Dandy, Jamie, Austin, Jay, Wet Blanket, VicTube, D, Taylor, Brad Pitt, Raw for a Reason. How's it going? How's it going with you? I'm exhausted, dude. I haven't had a good night's sleep since Thursday. I'm dragging ass. What's up, Jeremy? Low down, get down. Says Carl. Carl the Coin. You talking about Carl the Coin? Riz Chat, Els King, Blazer Dog. What's my favorite song by Chris Cornell? I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. No, it has nothing to do with Clemson or Dabo. I'm in a lot of pain physically, so it's hard to sleep. I can't sleep. There are constantly geckos in my room on the beach in Malaysia. Huh. No, lower back. I did something to my lower back. I pulled a muscle or something, or slipped a disc or something. I don't know what's wrong with it. About a month ago, and then I just re-aggravated it last Thursday night. And made it 10 times worse, whatever it is. So Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and last night, I was in a bad way. I actually might have to go to the doctor if it doesn't get any better. If it's just a pulled muscle or whatever, or strained muscle, I can ride that out. But I'm hoping it's not something more serious. I did bite the bullet and take some ibuprofen or goodies. Same difference. I had to. It was the only way I could get any sleep at all. I did get the Tiger Balm, yes. Yep. And then so this Saturday I was really hurting on Saturday. Well, Friday and Saturday, and I had to stream that game, the Clemson game, and then they had that lightning delay, so I ended up streaming for like almost 6 hours. And I hit it pretty well, but boy, I was uncomfortable. I didn't say anything about it, and I just kind of pushed through it. But that was brutal. That was a brutal stream for me. I was hurting. On top of that, Clemson got blown out by Syracuse. That made it even worse. Yeah, I forget, somebody in the chat asked me, they're like, dude, how come you're not getting more mad? I was like, first of all, I only had like 2 hours of sleep the night before because my back was hurting. And then I was in pain during the stream. I was like, I'm just exhausted. I was literally too tired to get like jump around and be mad. Have I tried rubbing dirt on it? Yeah, I'll do that after the show. I'll make sure I go rub some dirt on it. Tylenol's not going to do anything. Listen, I'm already too fucked up in the head. Tylenol's not going to make it any worse. I love how everybody in the chat's a doctor. They were like, take a leave, take ibuprofen, take aspirin, take this. I know, I appreciate all the advice, but... I would have loved to, actually, I'm kind of glad I wasn't, but I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Slaw was watching the Clemson game on Saturday. Because I was there during the Georgia Tech game. He was sitting 3 feet away from me. So I got to see the misery and pain that he was going through. It was like everybody in the whole stadium was like on their feet the entire game. Like nobody sat down. Except for Paul. He was the only one in the crowd sitting down. Everybody else was standing up around him. Well, I don't take medical advice from RFK, so... I mean, I do think, I think that taking poison out of our food is probably a good idea. I agree with him on that. I mean, I don't know why but that's not a political stance. I don't know why anybody would want them to be able to put poison in our food. That's just nuts. I mean, every other country doesn't allow it. Why do we do it? So, I agree with him on that. What if it takes poison off the airwaves? What? I don't even know what you mean by that. What if it takes poison off the airwaves? I don't know. You have to ask the former owner of Twitter, who, and also Mark Zuckerberg, about banning people from their social media platforms because they were conservative for 4 years. Nobody seemed to care then. If you're talking about Jimmy Kimmel, I mean, he got fired because his ratings were tanking and his advertisers were pulling out. So, yeah, people get fired from their job all the time. Jimmy Kimmel's free speech is not under infringement. He's free to say whatever he wants. He can go start a podcast. He can go get a job somewhere else. Nobody's stopping Jimmy Kimmel from saying anything. Oh, poison the, I didn't catch that. Grind up Aleve, ibuprofen, and Tylenol. What do you sound like Charlie Sheen now. How about grinding up pills and sniffing them? Is Dabo going to coach Florida next? He'll be coaching at Clemson. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be coaching at Clemson. I have to look at his contract, but I don't know at what point, if Clemson really didn't want to fire him, at what point they'd be able to afford to do it. But they can't afford to do it this year. So he'll be there next year for sure, and probably the year after that too. Dabo is way too prideful to just quit and go away. I'd be shocked if he did that. That's not why he got fired? Yeah, it was. He was averaging 100,000 viewers a night. There's small YouTube channels that average more than that. Don't tell me you think Trump got him fired, because Trump hates ABC. They definitely wouldn't do anything on Trump's behalf. Why can't Gundy step down for the good of the program? Pride. Yeah, and money. Wet Blanket, what does his contract look like? What's Gundy? Is he... Did he get like an extension in recent years? 15 mil. Oh, they can. I mean, that's a lot of money. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but that's affordable. Yeah, and by the way, I think that I think he will get fired. Frankly, I'm surprised he lasted this long. Yeah, the Jimbo buyout was nuts. What's up, Baylor, man? Yeah, did Mike Gundy quit winning whenever he cut that mullet? That might have something to do with it. What's up, Dennis Wilson? How you doing, buddy? Dennis, your team let me down this weekend. I had the Canes covering. They didn't cover. They won, but they didn't cover. Or did they cover? I can't remember. How much did they win by? I'm thinking I might be thinking of Missouri. Missouri let me down. They beat South Carolina but didn't cover. But I still was surprised that Miami didn't win by more. As a matter of fact, I watched that entire game, and the score was closer than it really was, if you know what I mean. I mean, Miami was never in jeopardy of losing that game. They controlled the entire game, but they made a few mistakes. SEC annual opponents list is out. Georgia is going to play Florida, Auburn, and oh, you got South Carolina. Well, the Florida and Auburn would make perfect sense. Yeah, I think I mixed up. I was mixing up the two games, Lou. Yeah, I think Miami did cover, but Missouri didn't. I was thinking about Missouri, not Miami. Yeah, Missouri didn't cover. That was my stone cold lock of the week or whatever. Is Missouri covering the 13.5? I thought they were going to steamroll South Carolina. Let me see if I can pull up this SEC schedule here. Let's look at it. Here it is. This is according to ESPN, of course. So Alabama's 3 will be Auburn, Tennessee, and Mississippi State. Arkansas will be LSU, Texas, and Missouri. Auburn's will be Alabama, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. Georgia, Auburn, Florida, South Carolina. Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, and South Carolina. Well, that tells me who all the South Carolinas are. Wow, so no LSU for Florida. I would have thought that Florida, it should have been Georgia, Kentucky, LSU. You know, if PigskinPeete was the one making the schedule, I would have given Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, and LSU. Kentucky, Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So South Carolinas are going to be Florida, Georgia, and Kentucky. So LSU, Ole Miss, A&M, and Arkansas. Mississippi State, Alabama, Ole Miss, and Vanderbilt. Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M. I don't know how I feel about this one. Oklahoma's Missouri, Ole Miss, and Texas. It's interesting because if you think about it, Oklahoma doesn't really, outside of Texas, which they're also a newer SEC team, they don't really have SEC rivals. So that's what makes this difficult. I guess you just plug in the traditional SEC teams and then just give Oklahoma and Texas the leftovers or something. You know what I mean? So Ole Miss gets LSU, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma. South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt. So I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, I don't really see anything that stands out to me that's like crazy. It looks like they really did a good job of protecting the traditional rivalry games. I mean, I know Lou talks about this a lot. You know, some of the fans think that they have 18 different rivals, but you know, everybody can't be your rival. Otherwise, I mean, It's not. It's just not. It can't happen. That's what, Georgia Tech fans got really mad at me a few years ago whenever the ACC got rid of divisions, and Georgia Tech and Clemson had played each other for 100 years or whatever, and I was like, I never really cared about. I never considered Georgia Tech to be a rival. They played every year, yeah, but as a matter of fact, I guess it's just the time I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Like, I considered really Georgia more of a rival than Georgia Tech. But that was just me. A&M gets LSU, Missouri, and Texas. Vanderbilt gets Auburn, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. So there you go. Who are Clemson's rivals? It depends on who you ask. If you're asking me, which sounds like you are, South Carolina, obviously. Florida State. That's an ACC rival game. And we actually, there is the Textile Bowl, which is Clemson versus NC State. So that's a trophy game. So I guess you could say NC State. Definitely South Carolina, NC State, and Florida State. But if you're asking me, I consider Florida State to be a bigger rival than NC State. But a lot of these rivalries have to do with academics. And so that's the reason I don't care about the Georgia Tech one. It's the battle of the engineers or whatever. Because Clemson's an engineering and agricultural school. And obviously Georgia Tech's an engineering school. So, that's an academic rivalry. They just happen to play each other in football. So, and I believe the same is true with NC State. They're both ag schools. So that's the reason that the students care about that one so much. Which is why I don't care about them, because I didn't go to school there. Nothing dumber in college football than getting a trophy for winning a regular season game. I can understand the in-state rivalry, getting a trophy like Clemson and South Carolina is the Palmetto Bowl, and you get a trophy for that. But there shouldn't be 3 and 4 different games you play every year where you get a trophy. I agree with you there. One game, your biggest in-state rival, should be the trophy game. Vic thinks Georgia has 5 rivals. No, 6. Hold on. Georgia Tech, Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, and South. Vic thinks you have 5 rivals. Hey, man. That's half your schedule, buddy. Why don't you just... Hey, Vic, let's do it like this. Instead of saying that those are Georgia's rivals, just say those are your favorite games to watch that Georgia plays, because that's more accurate. Vic, have you taken too much Tylenol? Lou wants to know. South Carolina's the only real rival in the last 15 to 20 years. For Vanderbilt? What about Tennessee? Come on, man. Of course Tennessee, that's your in-state rival. What are you talking about? Notice Vic didn't say Bama's a rival. Well, they're not. That's one thing he actually got right in that statement, is Alabama and Georgia are not rivals. Auburn is. Hey Vic, you're about to get fired. What's your buyout? How much do we have to pay you to get you to fire you? Hey Vic, whenever you get fired, can you take Dabo Swinney with you? In my estimation, Clemson only has really only one rival, and that's South Carolina. But as far as the conference is concerned, Florida State is definitely a rival. And again, some Clemson fans will consider NC State to be a rival. I don't. So to me, it's really just South Carolina and Florida State. But if you ask 10 different Clemson fans, you'll get 10. They'll be like VicTube. They'll be like, okay, we got 5. This. I'm telling you. Ask Clemson fans, random Clemson fan on the internet, who are your rivals in football? They'll tell you Georgia Tech, NC State, South Carolina, Florida State. They'll name at least 4. South Carolina is the worst football state in America. Yeah, that might be accurate right now, yeah. And for the 2025 season, they might be, yeah. I don't know. What about North Carolina? North Carolina is just as bad. The two Carolinas together are a heap of piling shit. I mean, NC State sucks. Wake Forest sucks. Duke's okay. Actually, Duke's probably not very good either. They just beat another bad North Carolina team, NC State. North Carolina sucks. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. People that think there's 8 rivals also think there's 32 blue bloods. Yeah. I got a funny feeling we'll see Alabama with 2 early season losses. So you're just saying you think Georgia's going to beat them this weekend. I'm not going to give my opinion on that until we do the show tonight on the Lunch Money Show. But I do have an opinion on it. But I will tell you this. The last couple of times that Alabama and Georgia have played, I've bet against Alabama and lost both times. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with this year. I'm just telling you. I've lost a total of $200 the last 2 times Georgia and Alabama have played. Because I bet $100 on each game and lost both of them. Kirby's a wizard, they'll blow out Bama. Yeah. Look, I'll tell you this: if you really like Georgia this week, this is the year to bet them because it's only a 3-point line. They don't have to win by a lot. You can even buy it down to 2.5, probably. Most places. Yeah, he's a wizard at losing to Alabama. While that's a huge game, and of course everybody's interested, it's one of the 2 biggest games of the week. Which, by the way, where's game day going? Are they going to Ohio State or are they going to Georgia? I don't think I've even heard anything about that yet. Have they announced it yet? They're going to, what did I say? Ohio State? I meant Penn State. Yeah, oh, they're going to Penn State. Okay. SEC Nation to Athens. Dang. So you know how down bad that is, Lou? They went to Miami. They hosted Florida. Florida's a terrible fucking team. So what you're telling me is that Florida, or game day is good enough for Florida, but Alabama's not good enough? Speaking of Florida, how is Billy Napier still the coach there? I'm not even trolling. This is a serious question. There's no way he's making it to. There's no way he's coaching there next season, is there? No. So why are they waiting to fire him? Just go ahead and do it, man. You waiting on? It's like if you're dating a girl, right? And you made up your mind, like, yeah, this time next year, I'm not going to be with her. Would you wait till next year to break up with her, or would you just go ahead and break up with her then? I mean, if it's a bad relationship, you go ahead and end it now, yesterday even. What's Billy Napier's buyout? They weren't stupid enough to give him one of those massive guaranteed contracts, were they? I hope not. For their sake. Depends on if she's putting out or not. Yeah, but that only lasts for so long too. Like, there becomes a point of diminishing returns. Even in that situation. $22 million, that's not bad. Not in today's world, it's not too bad. I mean, the ones that are bad are when they get stuck with 50, 60, 70, $80 million buyouts. Those are the ones that have a hard time firing somebody. Unless you're Texas A&M or who was the other one? The recent one, was it Wisconsin? Who's the one a couple of years ago? Was it Wisconsin or Michigan State maybe? I can't remember. But they had to pay like whatever, $60 million. Octavian said he's done with his Florida team. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. He's done with them until next year, maybe. Is he boycotting Florida until they fire Billy Napier? Damn, he didn't even make it through September. Octavian down bad. He's in a bad way. Jerry Stackhouse's basketball buyout at Vanderbilt was almost $20 million. Well, I'll tell you what, A&M would have loved to have a $22 million buyout for Jimbo Fisher. They paid 3 times that. More than 3 times that. Nate's ex-girlfriend was annoying. That's why I broke up with her. Damn. Yeah, I know Celine Driver. He wants them just to fire. He wants them to fire even the equipment manager and the towel boy. You know the Down syndrome kids who help out at practice. He even wants them fired. He doesn't even care about handicapped people. That's how bad he is. He said yes. A lot of it. Oh man.
What plaything can you offer me today?
A secure body in the SK system, Your Majesty. The inhabitants refer to it as the planet Earth.
How peaceful it
I can't remember the last time I took Tylenol. Well, I took goodies this weekend, but is that the same thing? I don't even know what the difference is. I'm pretty sure, isn't Tylenol acetaminophen? And that's the same thing as goodies. So I guess I took some this weekend, which explains why I'm so dumb now. The Tylenol-autism. I think a leave is something different. Does RFK Jr. still have a job before the end of the year? Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't. You think Trump's gonna fire him for some reason? The only way he'd get fired like Elon did is if he says something bad about Trump like Elon did.
I don't like to take orders.
You're not, if you work for Trump, you're not allowed to say anything bad about him, otherwise he'll fire you. But I think RFK Jr. has done a pretty good job of, because look, politically RFK Jr. and Trump don't see eye to eye on a lot of shit. I mean, RFK Jr. is a liberal. He has been his whole life. So he just doesn't talk about anything other than the health stuff. Like, he stays in his lane. RFK Jr. is not an idiot. So, yeah, he won't say anything. I mean, he won't cross over into Trump's lane as long as he gets to do what he wants to do. Getting canned going into the midterms. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Like I said. Yeah, He made his entire career off of suing big corporations for pollution. I mean, that's his main thing. He's done a lot of good in that respect. I mean, he pretty much prevented entire towns from being their water being poisoned. Does anyone talk shit about Jerry Jones that works for him? Probably not. Not publicly. Yeah, Jerry Jones is kind of Trumpy, like Trump in that way. I have a feeling most billionaires are that way, honestly. Name a billionaire, I'll tell you that he won't let somebody that works for him that who talk shit to him. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Jerry Jones, probably virtually any NFL football franchise owner, Bill Gates, fucking Jeff Bezos. I mean, all billionaires have a massive, massive ego. It's part of the reason that they got to be billionaires. Yeah, I said Bill Gates. I did good on the NFL yesterday. It's a good thing I did because I was down. I went 2-1 on my NFL bets yesterday. I bet the Panthers against the... Hey, Vic. What happened, man? Carolina might be the second worst football team in the entire NFL. They blew out the Falcons 30-0. 30-0. Not even a field goal, Vic. Holy shit. Anyway, Carolina was a 6-point underdog at home. I took Carolina in the points. Of course, they won, so I won that one. Then I bet against Dallas. I won that one. And then I bet like an idiot. I bet them. Who played last night? I was just talking about it. Oh yeah, the Chiefs and who are the Chiefs playing again? Giants. Yeah, I bet the Giants plus 6.5 at home, and they lost 22-9, I think. So, yeah, Falcons down real bad. Yeah, Falcons can score a single point. Penix looks like, you know what? He looks like K. Klubnik. He's regressed from last year. He looks terrible, man. Penix was out there making the Panthers defense look like the '85 Bears or the fucking steel curtain from the Steelers back in the day. They had Chuba Hubbard out there looking like Barry Sanders. Yeah, they did. They still, the 3 field goals would have helped them win or cover your over still, though. So that was irrelevant. They suck. Vic has one of the best post-Falcons game react. Did you? Hold on. Vic.
Yeah.
Did you do a reaction to yesterday's game on your channel?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Okay, I gotta watch it now. I'm sorry I missed it, but wait, I gotta find it.
Yeah, Raheem Morris sucks.
What about Michael Penix? What happened to him?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should have got Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
Man, stop.
Yeah, remember the Falcons had a chance to get Bill Belichick. Yeah.
You don't need those problems. Bill Belichick's no good.
Yeah.
Is Tom Brady coming back to play for him? Otherwise, he's not any good.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Raheem Morris is just a terrible head coach. Always has been, even when he was with the even when he was in Tampa, he sucked there, and now he sucks in Atlanta. So.
Hold on. Share screen. Disgraceful performance by the trash Falcons.
Yep.
Okay, here we go, guys. This is Vic Tube's reaction to the 30-0 blowout loss to the Carolina Panthers yesterday.
What in the absolute fuck did I just watch?
I already like it.
I mean, this was just fucking embarrassing. I mean, what is this? What is this shit? Yeah, I don't know how the Falcons are going to explain this. How is Michael Penix or Bijan Robinson or Raheem Morris.
Yeah, Vic, did you go to church and as soon as you got home from church, you just threw that Falcons jersey on top of your church clothes? That's what you did, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, what are y'all could y'all possibly say to try to justify this? I mean, this was absolutely horrible. I mean, Penix throws 3 interceptions. We get shut out 30-0. I mean, after we just went on the road and beat the Vikings.
Vic, do you own a like an electric like face trimmer?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time you used that? You're starting to look. So somebody in the chat said you're starting to look Amish.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
Now we get shut out by the fucking trash ass Panthers. I mean, the Panthers. I mean, y'all aren't even that good. I mean, y'all are not good. You're not.
Better than you.
I mean, we just suck at trying to fire everyone. Yeah, we get rid of Zach Robinson. We need a new OC. He sucks. Raheem Morris fucking sucks. I mean, he's just...
Hey, where'd you guys dig up Raheem Morris from? Where was he before he came to the Falcons?
Well, let's see. I can't remember what he was doing before. I know that at one point he was the Buccaneers head coach. I think he was...
Dang, is he Timu Herm Edwards?
A DC. I think he was a DC somewhere most recently. Yeah, he was the Falcons interim coach after Dan Quinn got fired in 2020.
Okay. He's the Timu Herm Edwards. Gotcha.
Just
Yeah, basically.
a terrible coach. I mean, just fire him now. I mean, he's not gonna make it through the season. I mean, Raheem Morris is just a trash ass coach, and we should have who never should have been hired. We should have hired Bill Belichick.
Yeah, you went straight to church, and then you came home and started trashing people.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I guess, did you go to confession?
Not yet.
You're Catholic, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Catholics go to confession, right? When they confess their sins to the priest.
Right.
So maybe next week you ought to go in there. Imagine Vic goes into the booth with the priest and he's like, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." And he's like, "Tell me, son, confess your sins to me." And Vic goes, "Well, the fucking Falcons blew it against the fucking Panthers and they're trash, and I wanted everybody fired, and I wanted their dog to die." I understand, son. Say 30 Hail Marys. God bless you.
Chick 2 years ago. I mean, yeah, this is just the life of a Falcons fan. I mean, we do this shit every single year. And and I'm sick of it.
I believe him.
I mean, this performance today, just absolutely disgraceful. I mean, yeah. Can we change our uniforms back to these red ones? Yeah, I hate these ugly ass uniforms that we have.
Vic, so I've got headphones on, so I can hear like really good. Is there somebody yelling in the background of your video?
Somebody yelling in the background.
Well, I thought somebody was yelling in my house, but there's nobody here. So I took my headphones off and it's silent in my house. But I'm hearing some yelling coming from the background of your house. Was your dad mad about the Falcons losing too, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that was my mom and dad were talking about something.
Oh. I thought your dad was going on a rant of his own about the firing Raheem Morris.
Today, why did we ever change it? I mean, I mean the red looked good. Yeah, let's go back to that. I mean, like, this jersey that I'm wearing.
I'm going to go ahead and break it to you easy here, buddy.
I was so mad I started complaining about
I was about to say,
why we ever changed the uniform.
I don't think the color of the jersey is going to make their football team any better, bud.
Right.
Yeah. You know that, right?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just blind anger.
Yeah, I just think that the old Falcons uniforms look better, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the red helmet too?
Yeah.
Yeah, the red helmet with the black falcon on it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think the red looks better than the black. Yep, I agree with you.
I mean, we have not done shit since since 2017. I mean, yeah.
Well, technically, you've never done shit.
Right.
Because you've never won a Super Bowl.
So doing shit is winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah. The Panthers have been... how old is the Falcons franchise?
They've been around since like the 70s. So
I think it's this... You sure it's not the 60s?
50 years-ish. Yeah, about 50 years.
Okay. So about 30 years longer than the Panthers have. The Panthers' first season was 1995.
Right.
As an expansion team.
Right, yeah.
You have the same amount of Super Bowls as the Panthers. 0.
Well, why not? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You had twice as long to do it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the Panthers have more Super Bowl appearances than the Falcons do.
I think the Falcons have 2. I don't know if the Panthers have 1 or 2.
They have 2.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah. They went. They was it 2003 or 2004? Jake Delhomme against the Patriots.
Oh, okay. So it's the same number of appearances.
Yeah, and then Cam Newton in 2015.
Right. We both got 2. I think we made it in the 1998 season. Yeah. Shout out to Tennessee. Yeah, 1998 and 2016.
Yeah, the Jaguars and the Panthers. Yeah, came in the same year. That's right. As expansion teams. 2 small markets too, Jacksonville and Charlotte. Yep, that's right.
I don't even know what else to say. I mean. Yeah,
Carolina Jackpot's calling bullshit. He's saying that the Falcons only went to the Super Bowl once.
No,
98
twice.
as well. Yeah, So 98, and then the worst blown Super Bowl in history against the Patriots.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's right. Yeah. I'd almost rather not even make it to the Super Bowl than blow a 28-point lead.
Yeah, I know.
That's even worse. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's time to bench Penix. Yeah, we need to start Cousins. I mean, we did have Cousins in at the end of the game to hand the ball off. It was like you weren't even trying to score at the end. I mean, just running the ball, just running give up plays. And then, you know, how fitting that the game's gonna end on a turnover, on a fumble.
Dang, Falcons couldn't do anything right, man.
I mean, his performance today was just fucking terrible.
Oh, this is a good one here. Jamie Stone says, Klubnik, how would you like for the Falcons to draft Cade Klubnik?
No.
Why not?
No.
I mean,
because he's terrible.
Yeah, that's probably why he'll end up in Atlanta. That's all the Falcons do is draft terrible players.
Yeah, like well, he did draft
What we're gonna do? We're gonna do
Desmond
this together.
Ritter.
I mean, obviously, we're not making the playoffs. You can forget about that. It's gonna be another year of being dog shit. So, and also, yeah, John Parker Romo, sucks too. I mean, yeah, we should have. You definitely should have kept Coos. And now what? Let's go out and get another kicker. Let's go out and bring Rodrigo, Hot Rod.
Yeah, the Falcons also traded away Brett Favre. Brett Favre went on to be one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Blankenship to Atlanta. Yeah, the Georgia Bulldogs legend. Let's get him in here. Let's give him a try. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with my Coup jersey. But anyway, so yeah.
You should give it to Sleeta. He'll hang it up on his live streams behind him on a hanger.
But anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.
Wow.
Yep.
That video was 100 times better than the Falcons' play yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That video deserves probably at least 100,000 views. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
You had everything going on there. You had the neck beard. You had the two buttoned up collared shirt on with the red jersey over it. Multiple F-bombs. I mean, it was perfect. You know, I had more fun watching. That was the most fun I had watching a Panthers game in probably 8 years. Yesterday. I'm not going to lie. You know, because my back's all messed up, Vic, so I can't be trotting around everywhere. So I had to park my ass on the couch and watch NFL all day long. And have a choice. Didn't have a choice. And where I live, it doesn't matter if the Panthers are 16-0 or if they're 0-16. That's the game that's on every week here. That's the one guaranteed game. You know, this is the Panthers market. So at 1 o'clock or whatever, that was the only game on TV here. So I sat there and watched it from beginning. I watched every play of that dumpster fire for the Falcons. It was great. It actually made my weekend. Yeah. So, sorry it hurt you so badly, but I enjoyed the shit out of it.
I enjoyed the video more than the Falcons losing.
Yeah. Well, the video was better than Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey, Vic, you want to tell them about the one video that you lost your shit about losing to Commanders?
The other Washington Commanders. Yeah.
Was that this season?
No.
No.
It was years ago.
I think I remember that video. Yeah, you lost. You were so mad you were spitting. You were spitting at the microphone.
Yeah. So Nate,
You're spitting mad.
What happened to Nebraska?
They were soft as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's right. I lost out Pick Vic because of Nebraska. So
Did Matt Rule tell all of you, well, if you're tired of winning at Nebraska, I'll just go coach somewhere else?
that's just right. And also, and also, Missouri's kicker, fucked me when he missed an extra point. So Mizzou ended up only winning by 9 when I needed them to win by 10. So.
I needed them to win by 13, so they screwed me.
I actually won my bets on sleeper, like $93.
What? I still am yet to win a sleeper.
Yeah.
Listen to this. So last night I did the sleeper for the NFL. Okay. I had Harrison Butker over 2 field goals. No, over one field goal. So he had to, over 1.5 field goals. He had to have at least 2 field goals, which he kicked like 3 or 4. So I won that. Right. I had Derrick Henry tonight, at least one over 0.5, at least one anytime touchdown. Right.
Yeah, he'll get that.
He'll get that. Guess what the third one was?
What?
Graham Gano, over 1.5 field goals. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, well, the Giants are terrible. They're obviously not going to score a bunch of touchdowns, but they're probably going to kick at least 2 field goals, right?
Right.
So the game starts, and guess what? Graham Gano's got a pulled groin muscle.
Oh,
So he missed like a 30-yard field goal. Well, actually, he didn't miss it. It got blocked because he can't kick it hard enough to get it up in the air. So it's like a line drive. So somebody got their hand up there and blocked it.
I mean, you can't really blame the guy.
Didn't Graham Gano used to kick for the Panthers?
For a long time, yeah. He kicked for the Panthers for like 7 or 8 years, yeah. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, that's my luck on sleeper. I pick 3, and I always hit 2 out of the 3. I've yet to hit 3, all 3 of them.
Yeah,
And do you know, I did another sleeper pick yesterday. I forget who it was. Shit. It was a running back that had, it was Travis Etienne for the Jaguars. It was over 251.5 yards rushing. Guess how many yards rushing he had, Vic? 250. I missed it by half a point. Or half a yard.
that has to be painful.
And I won the other 2. I forget what they were. So
Yeah, that's tough.
that was tough. I was mad about that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That was real tough.
Yeah. So the reason I got $93, or I guess bucks, I just bet on the college football games, or the players that were playing. Like John Money was here, over 250 yards or 45 yards. I picked it over, which he had like 255, I think. I might be wrong, but and I had also I had another pick. I had DG Lagway, the negative
Under?
yeah.
Negative. DJ Lagway, negative. Damn, that's even worse than under.
DJ Lagway is
Negative 251 yards passing.
Yeah.
DJ No Way is negative. So
Yeah, and I had this like boost that for college foot or boost thing for a sleeper. You can actually have boosts to boost your I guess how much you're winning if you get 2 of them right. I guess I got $73 at one of them. Those. Well, I had.
Well, how much was the entry for?
$20. $20. Is that you?
Yeah, $20 and you won 73.
Yeah, because of the boost of the.
Yeah, the more picks you make, the more it boosts it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the other one I had I had Jacob Barney Jr. for Nebraska over 3. He's a wide receiver. Over 39.5 yards. He had can't remember, but he had over 39.5 yards, so I won that pick, and I picked one of Florida's receivers, the less than 30.5 yards receiving, which is a hit. So
I ought to get you to start doing my sleeper picks because I can't win on that thing.
I don't know. I
do okay betting against the spread and over under and everything. But when it comes to these, I'm just not any good at it. Carolina Jackpot's in here. Jackpot. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was watching your stream, maybe 3 weeks ago. I can't remember. And you had a 10-leg parlay, I think it was, and didn't you hit like 9 out of the 10? Which is that would make me mad because you know how hard it is to even hit a 4-leg parlay. Almost impossible. He had like a 10, and I think they were all crazy money line parlays. So, but that's why. But still, 9 out of 10, I think is what he got. If I'm not mistaken, he can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I get 10 out of 10 to get it right. Or
that's a crazy stat.
Wow.
I'd rather just go ahead and just only win 2 of them than win 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I did the three like you did with NFL picks, the 3 parlay or the
what?
With the 3 picks on sleeper. So it's a 3 pick. I'm talking about the sleeper app that I lost. If I would have got the 3 picks right, I would have won $104.
Yeah.
So, oh well. I had Travis Kelce over how many yards it had on it. So that was a loser.
Yeah, Travis Kelce has not done shit this year.
No.
I know. I got him in my fantasy league. You're going to beat me this week. I think you already did.
I did? Oh.
I was 2-0 going into this week, but my starting here's the issue. Robert set up a 20-person league, which I've never played with more than like 10 people in a league. When you play a 20-person league and one of your starters gets hurt, you're screwed because there's nobody in the waiver wire that even plays.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. So, yeah, I don't know. My starting running back is out for the season, or one of my starting running backs, and I don't have another one to replace him with that even plays. So I'm screwed.
I just got running backs out of free agency.
Yeah, but the ones that, first of all, in order to claim them, you got to be on your phone 24 hours a day waiting for them to come up, and you got to be the first one to grab them. I can't do that. I'm not sitting on fucking ESPN fantasy app for 24 hours a day waiting to find a running back pop up.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. And I'm not, like I said, I got like 2 out of like not 2 running backs, just 2 players out of the free agency. That's about it. I do not get any more on that because I'm not on ESPN bet app all day.
Yeah, I had Joe Burrow on my team in a Roberts league, but luckily I had Daniel Jones on the bench, and I was able to.
I'm about to find somebody to trade me.
So
I'm about to find somebody to trade me, so I can get another running back.
Yeah. Luckily for me, Daniel Jones has been playing pretty good. So.
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you heard of Peete. I'm now a Nebraska fan, just Nebraska fan.
Oh, you gave up on Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was time to stick with like a hometown team for life. So even though it's gonna be pain. So I'm gonna be ride and die for Nebraska now.
Yes, there will be pain. So what are you gonna do with all of your Michigan stuff?
I'll probably give it to go Will. Oh well, I'm not that mean. I got those clothes from my parents, so I might save them for if I have children or something. I don't know.
Jamie, if you're talking, I don't know if you're talking about the sleeper picks we're talking about, or if you're talking about actually betting against the spread. If you're doing betting against the spread and stuff like that, you have to be in a legal state. Like the state I'm in, you're not allowed to do that. But the sleeper app is legal here. It's legal in 30 states. But that's not really. That's just more like fantasy that you get paid for.
Right.
You pick over under certain stats for certain players.
And it's pretty
like
easy.
that. It's like a loophole, I guess. They call it fantasy instead of gambling.
Yeah.
But it really is kind of gambling, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you live in Greenville. All right, well then you could do the sleeper app. It's legal in South Carolina.
Okay.
And if you do go over there, use the code Uncle Lou. And I think they'll match your deposit up to $100. The Sleeper app sponsors his live shows and stuff, and the Lunch Money show that we do every Monday. So, so if you put in $50 and you use that code, you'll get $100.
Hey Vic, I can't remember what I picked for Nebraska for record-wise for predictions.
I don't know. I don't think it was I think it was 7-5. I think is what we came up with. Well, I had 7-5. I can't remember. You probably had 7-5, maybe 8-4. But yeah, no, I had 7-5. I'm pretty sure.
Because my former Michigan team, I picked them to go 10-2.
Yeah, that was Michigan. Yeah, that you picked.
Yeah.
10-2. Yeah.
I had them.
Yeah, I had
something like that.
Yeah, I had Michigan at 9-3. So.
Yeah. Look, I'm not saying to be a fan, but just a college football fan in general. I think Bryce Underwood is the real deal for Michigan.
Who?
Bryce Underwear or Underwood.
You think he's the real deal?
For Michigan, anyways.
Well, he's the real deal until he goes up against a good team like
that is a correct statement. Yes.
So he's looked good against shitty teams, but not so good against good teams. What you mean?
Yes.
Well, shitty teams that had winning records, I guess. I don't know.
Like who? Like who's he look good against?
Nebraska.
And yeah.
Central Michigan? That's not
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan, yeah.
He had like 4 rushing touchdowns against them for Central Michigan against.
Is Central Michigan where the PJ Fleck used to coach rowing the boat?
No, that was
Western. Oh yeah, okay.
Western Michigan. Yeah, I think that.
Stupid me. I forgot.
Jim McElwain is still. Yeah, I think that Jim McElwain is still at Central Michigan.
That's where Connor Stallions was at on the sidelines, right?
Yep.
That's right. He went undercover as a Central Michigan coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And magically nobody that worked for Central Michigan recognized that this guy shouldn't be on the sideline.
Right.
Who is this guy? Nobody knows, but he's here. He's wearing a Central Michigan hat. He must be important.
Yeah. So yeah, I went like I said, like for this last week, I went to the Husker game even though we lost. It was not a good showing for me for Nebraska because I came there to root for my Huskers only because I had Husker gear on. And the O-line fucking sucks for Nebraska. It looked like a O-line for Ohio State like from 3 years ago. That's how soft it was. And even though I think Michigan's defense and line was, they always been good. So I think Nebraska needs to fire offensive line coach, or Matt Rule should, because at this point, Nebraska used to have a great, or used to have a great offensive line back in the day. But back in the day, that's back in the day. It shouldn't be that hard to develop players to block.
Yeah, you need to go. You live in a state where there's a bunch of corn-fed white boys everywhere. You just go grab them. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all you go to the local Walmart and get one.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I see like a 360 pound, I guess, teenager that's still in high school. You know, the fun thing is that they didn't. Most of the high school players football that in the state of Nebraska mostly don't go to Nebraska.
Gee, damn! So they can't even get the homegrown talent.
Exactly.
Dang,
it's just
that's no good.
The little schools, what do you call it? The little high schools in general that in Nebraska they get for offensive line, which is not that good. No offense to the players, but we just need a wall of corn-fed players.
Yeah, corn-fed crackers.
Yeah,
that's what I call them.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
But I'm just sick of tired of losing. You know, that's kind of like what the Falcons doing too. But I don't know. It's gonna be pain and pain and pain.
Yeah, you're used to it, Nate. Don't worry about it. Hold your head up, buddy. Yeah, Jamie, I've been asking Jackpot to do a cheeseburger review at Buffalo Wild Wings for 6 months now, and he keeps promising me he's going to do it, but he hasn't done it. So I just gave up. I just stopped asking him.
Yeah.
He broke a promise, though. He did promise me he would do it, and they just didn't do it. So.
Wow.
I'm not happy about that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on, Nate.
Yep, as always.
Yes.
Say
bye. All right, Vic, buddy, what you got going on? I think Vic went to the bathroom. All right, well, see you later, Vic. Vic got tired of listening to Nate ramble on about Nebraska. He just said, fuck this, I'm going to the bathroom. All right, everybody, yeah, that's going to do it for me as well. I'll be on tonight at 9 p.m. with Uncle Lou for the Lunch Money Show. We'll tell you how to win and or lose some money picking against the spread this week in college football, and we'll give you our sleeper picks from last week and everything too. So make sure you tune into that. I'll see you later.